videos on the internet, one of which you're watching right now. In today's video, a couple things first. My most recent video, which ended up being like a couple weeks ago, oops, is almost at 10k views. So that's been really cool. The response to that has been like really sick and beautiful and incredible to see, and I'm so like elated because YouTube is my dream, genuinely, always has been one way or another. And so like seeing that video do really well is like, you know, so thank you. With that, today's video, I'm gonna be doing a day of creating. Come along with me for a day of creating. My childhood best friend just left this morning. We just took her to the airport. She was here for about a week. So I have today, and then I go back to work tomorrow. So, lots of sewing, some upcycling, knitting. I've made such good progress over this past week on Ben's sweater. Let me show you. I separated off, so I finished the whole body of the sweater, separated off the front 2 panels, and finished all of those. Now I just have to connect them together at the shoulders, then start the short rows for the top of the sleeves before I like connect into the round for the sleeves. But so cute, obsessed. She's turning out so well. Every single day I wake up and I'm thankful that I started the sweater over because it's like actually turning out so good and so cute. So love her, made huge progress on her. I think also since my last video, I started working on these, which are these crochet letters. I'll link this pattern down below. I got it off Etsy, but I'm wanting to take photos of these, scan these somehow, and turn them into digital, like a digital font sticker that I can use for thumbnails of my videos, but also in my videos, in which I think it could also be fun if I printed out like a sticker sheet of these like puffy crochet letters. I've got ABC, and then I'm working on D right now, and I'm just using the scraps. Well, I guess it's not really scraps, but I'm using the acrylic, a bunch of different kinds, from the vintage yarn that my dad gave me. So very excited about that. I think that once I'm done like scanning them, taking pictures, making my little sticker sheet, I'm gonna give them to my niece for her 3rd birthday in May, so she can have these like cute little like letters, and she can like learn to spell and learn their letters. So that's gonna be so sick. So come along with me. I'll explain what I've got started on so far, and we'll just go from there. So first, I started on this yesterday. I started on the pattern for it yesterday. It's gonna be a butterfly top inspired. This is a designer, LMA. She did this top. She's out of LA. And I genuinely have been so obsessed with the way that this looks. I want one for myself. I just don't have that kind of money. So I'm doing my own, and it's gonna be a little bit different for sure, but I made my pattern here. That's what this is. I'm making my first practice run of the top out of this red gingham, and it fits. So what I'm gonna do is, I didn't backstitch any of these, but it's gonna fit. So I'm gonna seam rip these out, and cut out, because I have enough, so I'm gonna cut out a second of all these pieces so it can be double lined, and then I'm gonna sew it back together, and then I'll just have 2 versions, because this is not the fabric I want to use for it. Let me get you the fabric that like inspired the piece in the first place. When I like bought the fabric, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do with it. So I'll just have 2 of them, which is great because I love this like red gingham. Let me go get the other one. I thrifted it like the first week or 2 maybe that after I moved here in Atlanta. There's like a little thrift store, and they have like a cute little craft section, and I always go and look and see what fabric they've got because it's so cute. And this is what I want to this is what I want to make the official top out of. It's like this, like on the stiffer side cotton, but the pattern is so beautiful. So that's very exciting. I also today have some bias tape guide things where you coming in the mail, so that's very exciting as well. But these, let's take this out. I will cut out 2 extra of these, and then I can also like cut out the like ruffle portion, the little, and the long strap. So I'm taking these out as well. I'm also, whenever I cut the second portions of these, I'm also going to cut the pieces out of this fabric, so I can all just have them kind of ready to go. But I'll make this one first, so if I like mess anything up, I like know how to not mess it up on the second one. So I finished cutting out all the pieces, which whenever I bought the fabric, genuinely, I hadn't, well, up until now, I hadn't unrolled it to see how much there actually was. And so I truthfully didn't know if there was gonna actually be enough to do it, but there is, with some extra, so if I make any oopsies, we'll be in good shape. But I've got all the pieces for the gingham one now. I'm gonna start sewing them together, and it's gonna be double lined except for the skirt portion, which, life hack, so I'm using a bed sheet that I thrifted to make this as like my extra one, and I just saved the hem part as the bottom of the skirt, the hem of the shirt, you know what I mean. And I'll just make sure when I'm sewing it to make sure that the edges are really aligned, so there's not anything funky going on there, but then I don't have to hem it, because one thing I hate, hemming things, it's terrible, it's horrible. So let me get started sewing on this. I did also notice, low-key, this bedsheet's a little dirty. Like, there's parts of it that are like, well, you can't see in camera, but in person you can see, especially on the like ugly side, parts of it are a little darker than the others. So that's really cool. Surprisingly enough, I'm taking a bit of a pause because I'm doing the like spaghetti strap tie situation, and it's driving me up the wall. Anytime I do like a project like this is where I have to like take a step back. So I'm gonna get some coffee, eat some breakfast. It's 11 o'clock. I've been at this since 8:30. I did just waste a good bit of fabric trying to figure out a strap situation. And I think that I might wait for my bias tape maker situation to come in the mail so that I can just do it that way. And just do like bias tape, fold the bias tape together, and then sew it instead of trying to like flip it inside out, because this is driving me up the wall. So I've finished 3 out of the 4 straps. They're so long and so thin. I still have one more to go, but I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I did not end up waiting for the bias tape maker. I just sat down with my iron, put on a little YouTube video, and did it myself. But it's coming along well. I'm excited to like sew it together and like see more of the full fantasy. But I have one more to go. And then I can do that. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. It's almost 2 o'clock. This whole top part is done. It's got the little loops for the back. It's like all like top stitched on the inside. Here on the sides. I'm pretty pleased with it. I still have to make and, well, I don't have to make it, but I have to gather the like ruffled portion. And I've already ironed it, but I need to top stitch the back lacing part for the back of it. But she's almost done. I'm genuinely actually so pleased. I love like doing pieces that are like lined, because I feel like it just like looks so nice. I like how stiff it gets, and like I think it's gonna be cute. I'm really pleased with it so far. But I just like had a mental breakdown because my needle came unthreaded for like the 15th time in a row. So I think it's time for a break. I think that I'll make a sandwich for lunch and then I'll come back to it. But I'm really pleased with what we're looking like so far. So cute. Okay. The top portion is done. I still have to like gather the bottom portion and then attach it. But so far I'm really pleased. I think it turned out really cute. Little strap guys are really cute, and like you can like do different things with them. So that's fun. But top portion is done. I've got the like little ruffle part right here. I need to iron it because it's wrinkly. Then gather at the top, fold in the sides, and then attach it, and then she'll be done. I have been working on this all day. I didn't think that I didn't think about the strap portion taking like as long as it has taken, but she's really cute. Really pleased so far with how she's turning out. And the back is cute too. I've never done like any kind of like corsetry type closures or anything like that, but it's cute. Like, I'm pretty stoked about it, I would say. It's done. I'm so obsessed with how it turned out. And the like straps I like made so you can tie them like a million different ways. I'm glad I made this one as a test first. Because there's a couple things I'm going to change ever so slightly for the second one out of the other fabric. But I like don't hate it. There's just like a few things that I'm like, well, that could be better. It does restrict my breathing ever so slightly. But not like in like a way where I'm like, but like in a way where I'm like, oh, that's not the most comfortable. That's not as comfortable as it could be. But I'm obsessed. She turned out so cute, and she feels like a very like well-made, good quality garment, which is so exciting because that's all I ever like dreamed to do, is to like own and create quality pieces. So, woo! So cute, obsessed, can't wait to style her. And then I also can't wait to make the second one, but I'm not gonna do that today. I think I'm gonna take a little break from sewing. It's like 4 or 5 p.m., something like that now. And I'm gonna do some knitting, I think. I need to start on the short rows for the sleeve on Ben's sweater. So I think I'll spend a little bit and get some knitting done. Okay, I apologize for the abrupt ending of this video. I just kind of ended up yesterday, kind of just knitting and hanging out. Me and my partner watched the 2 newest episodes of White Lotus, so if you know, you know. But let me show you what I finished. So obviously I finished this cutie little top, and I wore it to work today, and I'm so obsessed with it. I can't wait to make the second one, because I think that I have a couple different tweaks that are gonna like make it like chef's kiss perfect. I'll put some little photos. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'll have that link down below. Those photos will be up there as well. And then here's how far I got into Ben's sweater. I started the short rows at the top of the, well, okay, so firstly I seamed together the 2 shoulders, Gorgina, and then I started the short rows at the top of the sleeve, and I have made it 30 or so rows in to one of the sleeves. So gorgeous, perfect, beautiful, stunning. Thank you for joining along with me, coming along with me on a day kind of just creating. Genuinely, my wildest, wettest dream is to just spend my day making and creating content, but also like creating art and things like that. But also just spending time with the people that I love, and watching silly TV shows. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more, I implore you to subscribe. Thank you all again for the love of my previous video. I know this was a short one. I'm trying to like have grace with myself when uploading, and not every video needs to be like a 45-minute masterpiece where I finish 87 pieces, and that's okay. And I'm just gonna be okay with that. I'm gonna be okay with it. So like, comment, subscribe. All my other social medias will be down below. Okay, that's it.